What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Pris as usual, and I am excited to be bringing you this second episode of my new segment called Being a Woman. And today's topic is about pregnancy. I know that we started this journey some time back, and I promised you that I'll be bringing you a brand new topic in every single episode. So today tunaangalia about pregnancy, the things that are expected as a woman once you get pregnant. So basically we're going to be looking at the things that you're supposed to do so that you take care of your pregnancy and for you to deliver healthy, big bouncing baby girl or baby boy. And without further ado, let's get started. So once you get pregnant, there are some things that you're supposed to change, your lifestyle, and there are things that you're supposed to do so that you take care of the baby that you are expecting. So let's get into it. The first thing that you should never miss, and one thing that you're supposed to do, is to attend an antenatal clinic. People call it prenatal clinic. Well, it is very, very important for a mother to be, if you are expectant, to go visit a doctor. And why is this? Because when you go to the hospital, they are going to check your HB level, they are going to check your blood group, they are going to check if you have any infection, they are going to check for your status, and even going to examine your belly. They're going to examine and see how your baby is growing and how he or she is growing. So it is important to never miss an appointment. And let us get a look at what you do once you visit a clinic. The first thing that they do when you go to the clinic, they are going to check your HB level. And putting it in layman's language, HB level means to check whether you have enough blood or not. Because as you know, hemoglobin is responsible for carrying oxygen in your body, and if you have a low HB level, the doctor will give you some supplements and even recommend the diets, the kind of diet that you're supposed to take for you to get your levels up. And so if you have a low HB, do not panic, because there are medications for that and there are diets for that. So don't fail to go and have the HB checked. Another thing that they check at the hospital is a blood group. I think some of you or most of you have had something called rhesus negative and rhesus positive, and they all fall in the category of blood group. What that means is, if a woman is rhesus negative and she gets pregnant, chances are that if the husband or the father to the baby is a rhesus positive, chances are the baby that she's carrying is going to be rhesus positive. And that situation puts the baby at risk, because the mother's antibodies start attacking the baby that she's carrying. So not to panic if you have a rhesus negative, because the doctors have an injection that they can give you to protect the child that you're carrying and even the babies that you'll have in the future. Another thing that they check at the hospital is the infections. We have UTIs. You know, when you are pregnant, your hormones are not that balanced, and you are prone to getting infections. So you can get your UTIs. So it is very important to go to the hospital, because if they detect that you have a UTI early enough, it is treatable and it will not affect your pregnancy. So another thing that they check at the hospital is your status. If you are negative or positive, HIV negative or HIV positive. And if it happens that you are HIV positive, do not panic, because they have some medication that they'll give you to protect the baby that you are carrying. So it doesn't mean because you are HIV positive that your baby will turn out positive too. Go to the clinics early enough for you to be able to protect that baby that you are carrying. Are we together? It is very, very, very important. They also check how your baby is growing. The doctor will examine you. They'll do some palpation. They will get your history, like find out if there is somebody with a history of blood pressure or diabetes. And also they'll send you to have your sugars checked. That checks whether you have diabetes or if your sugar is enough or it is at the right levels. So you see, all these things and so many other things are very, very important for you to attend a clinic, so that the doctor will be able to check you, to give you guidance, and to show you what you are supposed to do to take care of your pregnancy. So that was point number one. Don't fail to go for antenatal clinic. Sawa. Another thing that a pregnant lady, a pregnant mother should do is to never skip a meal. I know that once you are pregnant, people react differently. There are others that that appetites go up, and for others, they don't even feel like eating, or maybe they have morning sickness, they just feel nauseated all the time, and they don't have appetite. But one thing to remember is, when you are pregnant, you are not just feeding for yourself, you're feeding for the baby that you are carrying. So you have to make an effort to eat at least 3 meals in a day and take lots of fruits. And these meals, not just any meal, but balanced diet. Make sure you have vitamins, you have proteins, you have carbohydrates, all those things that are required. Again, it is important to go to the hospital, because the doctor will give you a feeding plan. They'll tell you what is important for you during that period. So you see, don't miss a meal. Make sure that you eat a balanced diet. Another thing, you should also avoid lifting heavy, doing something that is strenuous. Do not, like, you need to remember that once you get pregnant, you are very fragile, because you have a baby that is growing inside you, and you have to protect her no matter what. So avoid things that are strenuous, lifting heavy things, doing strenuous exercises, or maybe doing some very, very hard chores. You need to have time to relax and to rest. So make sure that you are taking care of yourself and your baby by avoiding those extraneous exercises and doing hard jobs. And make sure that you take enough rest, enough sleep, enough rest. Sawa. So we are at point number 4. Another thing that you should do, try as much as you can not to pass your emotions to your baby. What am I talking about? Whatever you feel, whatever the emotions that you have, whatever you feel, you can pass it to your baby. Negative vibes can be passed to your baby. If you are sad, just know that you are affecting that baby. I know it's very hard to control your emotions during pregnancy, but try to find a way to handle your emotions. Like when you're feeling sad, you should know that things that you do to lift up your moods, listening to music, visiting people who give you positive vibes, being in an environment that calms you, so that you make sure that you're not up there, your emotions are not up there. Try however you can to stay calm and stay happy and smile a lot when you can, so that you protect the child that you are carrying. And here goes another thing that you're supposed to do when you are pregnant. Plan for the arrival of your child. You've gotten pregnant, so don't just sit down and wait for 9 months to go by and start rushing to go buy things. You know what is needed for a baby when they are coming, and if you don't, find somebody that can advise you. You need to have some clothes, you need to have so many accessories. I cannot name them all here, but you need to find somebody that will guide you on knowing what is expected, what you are expected to buy, and plan in advance. You also need to plan for bills that are going to cover the when you go to the hospital. Make sure that you are completely prepared. You have 9 months to plan, so don't just sit back and wait for the last day for you to start panicking and looking for monies and thinking what is supposed to be bought. I just needed to remind you, ladies, that you need to be prepared, and we need to do everything that we can to protect the babies that we carry by doing all those things. And there are so many things that you're supposed to do. So it is always good to look for somebody who's been there, somebody who's wise, that is going to guide you. So don't be afraid to ask. You can ask from your mother, from your in-laws, from your friends who have been there before you, because this journey inakuanga ya watu wote. You don't do it alone. make sure that you do these things and many more. And if you have more questions, just leave your comments at the comment section, and I'll be able to I'll be sure to respond. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for watching this video. Remember, if you have not watched my previous video, I'm going to link the video below, the segment about what is expected of a woman. I'm going to link that below. And if you have not watched any video for this segment of being a woman, go back to my videos and you'll be able to find all those videos. And remember to subscribe, to share, and to like them. And until next time, it's bye bye.